Now, we are going to look at the inverse of a function using the algebraic forms. What are we going to do? So I do expect that by the end of this session, you know how to find the inverse of a function. And what is an inverse of a function? When you look at what I have, is a number machine. And a number machine, this one stands for your input. This one stands for your output. What does it tell us? It tells us that when I put x inside here, I'm going to multiply. I'll end up with 5x. When I put the 5x at inside here, I'm going to subtract minus 2, and I end up with 5x minus 2. May I know whether everyone has gotten that? We are starting. Is that okay to everyone? We have put x, we have multiplied by 5. After that, we get... Now, Gemma, first let me know what is confusing you. I don't know that's... Yes, Gemma? Unmute.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just want you to pardon a bit.
No, Gemma, what we are doing, are you seeing this x? We are
Yes.
putting it inside. So they tell you times 5. It means that x multiply it by 5. You get 5x. Now what you have obtained here, put it inside. But this is minus 2. So you subtract minus 2, you get this.
Oh, it's not understood. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Okay. Now we go to the next part. What is the next part? The next part, when it comes to inverse, we are asking ourselves, how can we now move from this side and then come back here? What do we do? Members, when we have here, we had negative 2. Now, if I'm finding the inverse, what was your negative? The inverse of a negative. Let me see whether members know. What is the inverse of a negative? Put in the chat what you think. What do you think is the inverse of a negative? Lamek says plus, plus. Very good, very good, very good. Plus, plus, plus. Here we are subtracting 2. So when we are reversing, we shall add on a 2. Members, we go to the second one here. We were multiplying times 5. What is the inverse of that 5? Times. What is the inverse? We are multiplying. Very good. We do division. So here we are going to divide by 5. Now, we are going to divide by 5. That is very good. That is very, very good. Now, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Now, since we are going to come to get the inverse, I'll put my x back inside. Now, this x tells me that add a 2. So when we add a 2, what are we going to obtain? We shall obtain x plus 2. That's what we have obtained here. Now, after getting what we get here, we divide it by 5. So here it means that I'm going to get x plus 2. I divide by 5. Members, are we on the same page? Are we on the same page up to that point? AA says, yeah. Is everyone okay with that? Frida, very, very okay. Let me answer one question. Yes, Vicky?
So I've not understood where they got that divide sign.
No, the opposite, the inverse of a multiplication is a division.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Spener?
Teacher, where did you get the X that you put as the output?
Which X? Oh, no, that X is like the input. It's like what you put, like the way we are using sugar canes. That's like the input.
Then again, it becomes the output to start the
No,
second
when
part.
I'm now this is another machine and this is another machine. Hey,
Okay.
okay. Yes, Sharif.
Master, always when you are teaching, you said that the output of one function acts as the input of the other function. Also, me, I thought
Very
that you are
true.
going to bring the 5x minus 2 into this machine which is down, but you only brought x.
This is another machine. Hey, this is another machine. So I'm performing two functions, but here,
So
what x, like when we talk about this x is like the sugar canes. It's like the input we put for the machine is what changes, is the variable that changes. Are you getting it? Is what changes in the process or in the system. That's what the X stands for. So I don't want you to confuse. This machine has ended. We have no business with it. The second machine that I have drawn is the machine that can take us back to what we had earlier on. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay. So members, I want to let you know that if this was our function, its inverse is this. And this is what we call the inverse. So in case it was f, this I would have called it that f inverse of x is equal to x plus 2 out of 5. And then this one is your function f of x is equal to 5x minus 2. So this is how you can use the number machines to obtain the inverse. But the most important thing is that for each of these okay, yes, for each of these steps here, you inverse, you go back, you go back, for each of those different steps, you go back. Ask a minus, its inverse is a plus. When it is a multiplication, it becomes what? A division. So members, allow me now to take you to the second. I think first right, and then we go to the second one. Why am I linking you? I'm trying to show you, Patrin, that you can design a machine that can help you to take back what you had earlier. You can design a machine that can undo, but you cannot. But I've not seen a machine that can. Oh, okay. Anyway, they are there. They're like a computer. A computer can do and then undo. Yes, so it can be one machine. But here I didn't want you to link, but I was showing you how we reverse if you have a function. So right, and then I take you to another step. Okay, first write quickly and then please can Loy animate.
My question is, Chair, could you please try to like take back the first machine just to be sure I can get X as single X again? Hello?
A minute. Okay, Roy, come again. What are you saying?
No, Chair, I just wanted to see the magic behind the first machine. Help
You
me
wanted to
reverse
say?
engineer. I wanted you to reverse engineer it, that 5x minus, just to get back the single X. I want to see how
Oh,
it is.
like we go back to the x, eh?
Yeah, try going back to the x.
No, Now you come here. When you have 5x minus twice,
Yeah.
yes? When we put in here,
Yeah.
we shall have 5x minus 2 plus 2. What do we have as our output?
5x.
We have
Wait.
5x. Now we put it here. What shall we have? 5x divided by 5. What shall we have?
5. Wait, we're going to have x.
Uh-huh. Have we been able to go back?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you so much.
Okay. So that's what this machine does. It shows you that when you get this one and you put it back inside here, then you'll get there. You'll get there. Okay. So members, are we good to continue? I don't know whether AA it is now clear. Hope it is clear. For you, this machine, the second machine that we have formed, is that for you just get the other output of the first machine, put it inside, and then you'll get there. Let me, okay, okay, okay. I think members are saying we are good to go. Yeah. So that's how you design your number machine. Okay, I have another one here. Yes, so I'm going to ask you to get the input. Yes, design your number machine. Yes, Martha.
Yeah, I've already finished for the inverse.
Oh, what is the inverse for
So
this?
that will be divide by 5
Okay. Then for this,
plus 2
For this,
times 4.
times 4. So what shall we have here?
That will be 4x.
What shall we be here? Have here?
4x plus 2.
Then here,
The final thing will be 4x plus 2 divided by 5.
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Martha.
Welcome.
Okay. Kick.
Yes,
Kick.
yes.
Yes, your hand is up. Oh, okay. Members, are we good to continue? Are we good to continue? Okay, people are saying yes, yeah, yeah. Okay. We can move on. So that's how we use those number machines. And even when you put your output here and you put it here, you'll get the same. So this is what we call the inverse of the other. So in case you are designing, and I know some of you are going to go into programming, you'll come up with some of these things. Yeah, those functions you see the calculators are performing, the computers. So can you design for me number machines for these ones? Design a number machine for this and find its inverse. Design a number machine. Design your number machine. But in case you feel you are stuck somewhere, there's some concept you don't understand, raise up your hand. So I'm going to put the activity and then we check whether we have got. So people in the chat, make sure that you have finished to design your number machine. Okay. Sharif, have you finished? Oh, Sharif, you are not answering. Alia?
I'm done.
Yes, I'm also done.
Okay. Alia, you are going to do for us part B. Sharif, do for us part 1.
Okay.
Part 1, we shall have our x, arrow.
Yes,
Then
continue.
in a box we shall have, it will be times 3. Times 3, arrow.
Continue.
Then in that box we shall have plus 5. Plus 5, then the output will be 3x plus 5.
Okay.
The inverse of that will be divide by 5.
Divide.
The inverse.
The opposite of a plus. Isn't this a plus?
Yeah, it is a plus. It will be minus 5. Sorry. Then divide by 3.
Okay. And what's going to be the inverse?
So it will be 5 minus x. There we shall have 5 minus x. Then it will be x minus 5 divided by 3.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Yes, Aria, we go to the second part.
Okay, so the second part, the input is x, then times 6, then minus 5, then divide by 4.
Okay.
Then the output will be 6x minus 5 divided by 4. Then to our inverse, it will be times 4. Then plus 5 and divide by 6. So the inverse will be 4x plus 5 divided by 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Alia. Okay. So
You're
let me
welcome.
hope everyone is okay with that. Samsung, hope you are happy with that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Taken, I failed to get you, but I think we can continue, members. We can continue. You can continue. Okay, okay. I think we are good to continue. Okay. Now we are going to look at what about, because here they can be done, but now what about algebraically? What can we do? Yes, Roy, algebraically, what can we do? Roy?
Oh, excuse me, sir. Oh my
Yes,
God.
please.
Yes, Mr. Steven. Mr. Steven.
I'm listening. Go on. Okay. Maybe you can put the question in the chat. I'll look there, and because I failed to get you. Now, what about when you are to do it algebraically? When we are to use calculations, how do we do it? Now, when we are to do it algebraically, we are going to interchange. Remember, what did we have? If I'm to do it algebraically, remember, what do we do? Your y becomes the x and your x becomes the y. So in case I wanted to perform this function algebraically, remember when you look at the answer you got for let me go back a step. When you look at the answer you got for your inverse for this one, here the answer we had x minus 5 divided by 3. This was our f inverse of x. Now, if I'm to do it algebraically, what do we do? The first thing we are going to do is that your f of x, like I've already told you, it is the same as y. It's the same as y. So what do? You come and say y is equal to 3x plus 5. But like I've told you, when we are taking an inverse, your x and y interchange. Your x interchanges and your y interchanges. So where you have y, you are going to interchange it with x. Where you have x, you interchange it with y, and then you continue. First, let me know whether that is okay. Have you seen what I've done? In the function, what you are going to do, where there is y, you put x. Where there is x, you put y. Members, is that fine? Have you understood that? We are interchanging matter. Like we say that when we are looking out for the inverse, your x becomes your y and your y becomes your x. So you go back in the function. Wherever you have your x, put y. Wherever you have y, put x. Now, after writing this step, the next step is to make y the subject of the formula. By making y the subject of the formula means that leave y on its own side. So that means that this 5 will come this side. So you end up with x minus 5 is equal to 3y plus 5 minus 5. So we end up with x minus 5 is equal to 3y. And what are we interested in is y. So I divide by 3, I divide by 3. So my x minus 5 out of 3 will equal to y. And this is what results into your inverse. So you note that this and this are the same. Now that is the algebraic format we are going to look out for. That's what we are going to be dealing with. So you write finding inverse of a function algebraically. And that one should be your title. So hope members have finished to write their title. Okay, we are going to start with this one here. They have asked us to find the inverse of the function. What are we going to do? To find, okay. In order for us to be able to find the inverse of this particular function, Martha, yes?
I I think to find the inverse of that function, like you said earlier before, we're going to substitute y for our x.
Okay.
So let our inverse function be y. Okay. So it will be y is equal to 3x minus 2. Right. So it will be x.
We interchange, yeah?
Yes. X is equal to 3y minus 2. So it will be x plus 2 is equal to 3y. Then divide by 3 on both sides.
Yeah.
And that will be, and y is x plus 2 over 3 will be equivalent to y, which will be our inverse function.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay. Something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Hope that is okay, members. That's okay. Let me put here such that members can in case you have not understood, you can follow through here as well. This one it has even some words for those who are not picking. First write and then I give you a number to try out. Yes, Roy? Okay. Aria? Okay. They are not unmuting. Okay. Are we good to continue?
Mr. Steven.
Yes, please.
Mr. Steven.
Yes, please.
Apologies for any inconveniences because my network has, it's raining heavily this side, so network threw me off a little bit. My question was, why did she interchange like the 3y that became 3x? Just that part
Like we said that an
where we
inverse,
interchanged y
an
and x.
inverse, an inverse.
Yeah.
Hope you
Yes.
were around when we are on the graphical work. Do you remember when we were working with on the graphical work? When we are finding inverse?
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
notice
Yes.
that we
Yes. 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 I
interchanged?
do remember. Yeah,
That
I
we
do.
could bring the x and the y. We interchange them like this.
Yes.
And that's what we are
Well,
doing here.
became y and x.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So I think members, let me know in the chat whether we can continue. Are we good to continue? Sharif? Okay.
Master,
Yes, please.
master.
Yes,
Just I
please.
wanted to inquire now when they are setting this question, do they combine straight away from where we began and all that word problems we solved and they put them together?
Yes, it is very possible. And when they are setting scenario, it's not that they set just one topic. Now for this topic, they can combine even 4 topics in one. They can combine 4 topics in one. It's not that they set only this component of composite functions because this is just a small bit of it. So they can set quite a lot from this particular topic. From this topic, they combine it with other topics like that, like that. They don't set one what?
Okay.
One topic. Hope that is okay. Okay. Read through. You may want to pick something. Just read through from here. Something small. Anything you want. And remember now this topic is under patterns and algebra. So when they are setting, they can set this topic They combined it with sequence and patterns, equations of lines, mapping and functions, vectors, inequalities, algebra 2, equations of straight lines, ratios and proportions, simultaneous equation, quadratic equations. Yes. Now, like you have looked at how we are, when we were looking at the inverse, they can first give you a quadratic equation. They tell you you draw its graph. After drawing the graph, they can tell you to find its inverse. From the inverse, so they can combine it with a lot of things. And they can combine it with a lot of things. So not that they only when they are setting the set function. No. They can combine with a lot of things. So that is why it is always important to know all the topics. You don't say that I need only this topic. Not everything. Not everything. Okay. Let me continue. Hope members have picked. Now, can we do this, everyone? We are doing this, and after place your answer in the chat. We are doing this, and after place your answer in the chat. Everyone is doing. I think I'm going to remove some people. It seems they lost purpose on why they're on the call. So, yeah. Okay, looking through the chat. Yeah, I'm seeing some answers. Yes, Samsung. 4 minus x out of 2. Okay, 4 minus x.
So I'm asking about the YouTube channel that I can find the note. The previous
What?
lessons. I'm asking for the previous lessons from the YouTube channel. What is the name of the YouTube channel?
Oh, it's called Holistic E-Learning Platform.
But I'm not finding it. Can you send for me the link?
You have typed and you have failed.
Yeah.
Okay, I will send it. Einstein, can you take us through how you have come up with the answer?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, no, I'm calling on someone. I'm saying we shall send it in the chat.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Habibi.
Okay. Einstein, we can go on. Is Einstein on? Okay. Okay. Deborah?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
As from I rewrote the function down as f of x equals to 4 minus 3x.
Okay.
I replace the fx with y.
Okay.
Y equals 4 minus 3x. I interchanged and I made x the subject.
Okay.
X equals to 4 minus 3y.
Hmm.
And I added 4 on both sides. I took 4 the other side by adding it on both sides.
You took it this side?
Yeah, by adding.
So
By
this side it
subtracting.
is by subtracting. Okay.
x minus 4 equals to negative 3y. Then I divided both sides by negative 3 to make y the subject.
Okay.
Then I replaced y using f inverse of x
Okay.
equals to minus 4 divided by negative 3.
Okay.
That was my answer.
Okay, thank you. Now, members, are you seeing this negative 3 down? You can rewrite this equation in a beautiful way as 4 minus x out of 3. That one is also very fine. It is the best anyway. It looks a bit much beautiful. But thank you, Deborah. It is okay. Okay. Patrini, remember, when you look at x minus 4 out of negative 3, when here there is a 1, here there is a negative 4. So when I factor out negative, I can remain with negative x plus 4 divided by negative 3. This negative and this one cancels. So I remain with negative x plus 4 out of 3, which you can write as 4 minus x out of 3. Alternatively, if you don't want to work out with those negatives, for you take the negative 3 this side. So you get x plus 3y is equal to 4. So then take the x this side, you get 3y is equal to 4 minus x divided by 3 divided by 3. So your y becomes 4 minus x out of 3. Yeah, so that's how it can come about. Okay, can I give one more number? I think our time is up. Okay, almost. Now, I have this one here. I have this one here. I want you to take note that not all times we shall have. Irene, is it a question? So here, I want you also to try out this. Irene? Okay. I'll fail to get Irene. Isaac?
Hello.
Yes, Irene.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon.
Teacher, me, I was asking, like, doing it like this is fine, but what about in scenario form? It's a problem to me. As if, like, when, for example, when they bring it in exam, it be like I don't know what to do when they bring it in scenario form.
Okay, now Irene, we are still building the
Yes.
foundation. We are still building the foundation. I cannot bring in scenarios before you master the concepts.
Okay.
So you need first learn the concepts because there is a lot we are still working on. So the moment you master the concepts, then we can come up with what? The scenarios. The way you looked at how we looked at the composite functions, we first went through the direct ones and then we can bring in the scenario. Because even if now we go into the scenario, but when you don't know how to work out the few concepts, then still to be wastage of time.
But teacher, today is the last day of doing math. So where are we going to get those time of you teaching us how to do it in scenario form?
Have faith, Irene, that even
Okay.
we can have them on YouTube. That even when time doesn't allow, we shall shoot some videos and post in YouTube. God willing.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Joel.
Teacher,
Yes.
like for me, I'm not asking a question. I don't have a question, but this is like the last math lesson we're having.
I'm not yet sure whether it will be the last. I'm not yet sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Daphne.
What's the YouTube channel?
Holistic e-learning platform.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Daphne. Daphne? Okay, I have failed to get Daphne. Abigail?
Teacher, I don't have any questions. I just wanted to say the closing prayer.
Oh, first take us through this. Remember, we have not yet ended. First take us through this.
Teacher, I'm still working it out. Maybe you can pick another person.
Okay, give us the first step at least. Okay. Teddy? Okay, Abigail. Teddy?
Never again.
Teddy? Oh, I don't know why Teddy is also not talking. Okay. AA?
Yes, Mrs.
Teacher, I just wanted to take us through.
Okay.
So replace h of x with y, and it becomes y is equal to x squared plus 5. Then we interchange x and y. Then it will become x is equal to y squared plus 5. X minus 5 is equal to y squared plus 5 minus 5. Then the square root of x minus 5 is equal to y. So that will be the inverse of the function. And then we must find the inverse of the function of 30.
Okay.
So it will become of 30 is equal to square root of 30 minus 5.
AA complete?
Which will be the square root of 25, and that's 5.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yes, so that's how you deal with that part. That's how you deal with that. What? With that part. Okay, okay. I think I'm going to write one part here, and then maybe we'll look at a mini scenario. We are going to look at a mini scenario, a small one. Yes, Teddy. Okay, okay. So, I don't know. Steven, unmute.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Yes, good afternoon.
Teacher, okay, I have a question.
Mm.
Teacher, you are explaining, but I'm gonna take you a bit back. On the graphs, I saw that some lines, the vertical passes through twice, but the horizontal passes through once. So can like the line have an inverse but without a function?
Yes, you can have, yes, it is you can have a function but with no inverse, and you can have an inverse without a function. However, now that one, we restrict it. There is something we call restriction. Take an example. When you check on this is a function, but it does not have an inverse. But if I want it to have an inverse, I restrict the domain. By restricting the domain means that I remove some of the x values. By removing x values, take an example, I remove all these negative values this side. The moment I remove them, I remain with only this part. So once I do like that, it will have a function. It will become, this is a function and it has an inverse. But this one comes when you restrict the domain. When I have a function, let me say I have a function like this one. When you look at this one is not a function, but I can make it a function by restricting its range, by saying that I'm going to remove everything down so I remain with something like that. This one is a function and it has an inverse.
Okay.
Hope that is okay.
Teacher, like now I'm saying an inverse without a function.
What I'm saying that all functions, or all functions that can form an inverse, all functions can be restricted to form an inverse. Like when you find this one here, like this one, it is very true. It is not a function. And not, it being not a function, it is okay. But this one has an inverse. An inverse means an inverse means that you can redo it. You can take it back in its original form. That's the meaning.
Oh,
I don't know that
okay,
you're
now,
getting it.
teacher.
What I want you to don't confuse that for something to have an inverse, it must be a function. Don't confuse those two concepts. They are totally
So,
different.
can
Eh,
I restrict the inverse to have a function?
yes, you can restrict that particular thing you want to have an inverse or to be a function.
Okay, so
Like I've told you that this one is not a function, but I can make it a function by restricting its range. Restricting its y what is y values. The moment I restrict them that I want values between 0 less than y less than infinity, then I can have it. Or even if you just restrict the ones up and you have something like this, then this one will be a function and it can have its inverse.
okay. Thank you,
Mm.
teacher.
Yes, in fact, all of things that don't have an inverse, they can be restricted to obtain the what? The
The
range or
function.
the function you want. Okay,
So,
members, I think
teacher,
you can first allow me to give people a mini scenario because I know they want a scenario. They want a scenario. They want us. Yeah, let me first give you just a small one maybe. It is okay. It's going to say a painter charges a painter charges a flat fee of Ugandan shillings 20,000 plus 30,000 plus 30,000 Ugandan shillings per hour for his service for his services. Part 1. Express a function that models express the function that models the situation. I'm going now to first ask you, we looked at how we form functions. Can you first write in the chat your answer for that?
teacher,
Mm.
teacher, I also
Yes?
have this question. Can they give you a mapping and they tell you to, and maybe they tell you to draw a graph
Yes, it is very possible.
from a function from,
Yes, yes. A graph is another way of representing a mapping. When you go back to your senior 2, that is term 1, you looked at the different ways to represent a mapping. So you can use the arrow diagrams, you can use you can use graphs. Those are different ways you can, or you can use the pipigram depending on what you are dealing with. Okay. So from the chat, at least I've seen an answer from AA. Yes, I've seen an answer from AA, and our answer is f of x is equal to 20,000 plus 30,000 of x. Very good. Thank you. That is correct. So that is for part A. That's how I expect you. But we said always you define what your x stands for. So your x will be, let x be the number, be the hours. Let x be the hours the person works for, because the hours are like they keep on changing. So that's how you express it in part A. Then part B, yeah, find 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 the amount of money, find the amount of money made in 4 hours of work. Find the amount of money made in 4 hours of work. Find the amount of money made in 4 hours. Now, Ankoni, that's not correct. That's not true. Because remember, I told that when a service fee is charged once, like in case you give me a call and you want me to come, before I don't just pick calls, because you have to first come for consultation. Like the way you go to hospital. When you go to hospital, before you see the doctor, you first pay some amount, 20,000 cash. After paying that 20,000 for cash, you go, you see the doctor. Then you start reciting your problems. After reciting your problems, then the doctor will charge you that now you have spent here your 5 hours. Every hour you spend here, this is how much you pay. Even you have seen, even on cars, you have seen these cars. I've seen some garages whereby they charge per hour. Some people, for them to get the service, you have to first pay for consultation. Okay, people have got 140,000, 140,000. Very good. Yes, so I expect you to come and say f of 4 is equal to 20,000 plus the 30,000, then times 4. So from the chart, people are getting 14,000. 140,000? I think it's 140,000. I think it is 140,000. Good. Now, after that, part C. I can come to part C. Using your knowledge, of inverse functions, determine how many hours were worked for the painter to make for the painter to make Ugandan shillings 260,000. Using your knowledge of inverse functions, determine how many hours were worked for the painter to make that. So I expect you that here now, you first find the inverse of your function. After finding the inverse of the function, then you go on and substitute. So what? For this same thing, a function can as well be developed whereby you are using exchange rates. It can be developed, a scenario can come whereby they have given you an exchange rate and they want you to determine a function that can be used to reverse. That if someone has euros and you want Ugandan shillings, which function can you use? So it can be also brought in that what? In that particular way. So let's work out. Let's work out. Okay, I'm going to look in the chat. From the chat, people are getting 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. Okay, then that is very, very true. So 8 hours is very, very okay. So that's how you deal with that. But this is just a mini scenario. This is just a mini scenario to use your knowledge. I was still saying that even if they had not given you a hint of using the knowledge of your inverse function, then we expect you to apply it depending on how the question has been framed. Yes, depending on how the question has been framed. So I know we shall get time. We shall get time and then dig deep into other scenarios because that one is a session on its own. That just when we are dealing with what? But let me see when time allows, we shall look at different scenarios. So you're going to allow me, and that's where we are going to end with our lesson for now. But let me answer some few questions. If you have a question, feel free to raise up. But I can say we have ended our session. Yes, let me start with Sharif.
Thank you, Master. At first, I had no question. Just I wanted to say thank you for your time, for organizing us for the holiday. Just I wanted to thank you. But also, Master, I've not understood how people have got the 8 hours.
The 8 hours. Did you get the inverse of that function?
The
Did you?
function fx.
Yes, because you had to fill in. Unfortunately, my network, I think, went off. Remember, you had a function. It was 20,000 for consultation, plus the 30,000 of X. So remember, I expected you to first do like this, plus the 30,000 of X. Then the inverse, you interchange that the way we said. So you have 20,000 plus 30,000 of Y. So when you interchange, you have X minus 20,000 equals to 30,000 of Y. So you divide by 30,000, divide by 30,000. So this is equal to Y. Then this is what you have for your inverse. So for your inverse of that will be X minus the 20,000 divided by 30,000. Then they told that in case he got 260,000. So where there is X is why you substitute, because this is the function that can enable you to get the hours he worked for. Because money is the output, then the input are the number of hours you work for. So that means we say 260,000 minus the 20,000 divided by 30,000. So that's where people got their 8 8 hours. Hope it is okay.
Okay, thank you, Master. Thank you, Master.
So here you end up with your 8 hours. Okay. Yes, Pena?
Teacher, what happens if you cancel out the zero? Why don't you cancel out the zeros?
Which zeros?
What, like the one on x minus 20,000 divided by
Here.
30,000? Yeah.
No, like this is one thing. This is one item. This is one thing.
So
So
you
you
can't
treat
cross
it
the
as
20,000 zeros with the 30,000.
you can't, Spinner. You can't at all because this is one thing. It is joined together. So you can't cancel them.
So if it was alone, you would cancel. If the
If it
20,000
was
was alone.
if 20,000 divided by 30, here you can. But as long as there is another thing, you can't.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Spinner is like saying, you stay on. Spinner
Okay.
is like
Yes.
saying, you have here 4 minus 50 divided by 10. How do you deal with that?
You subtract direct from the 4 minus 50.
And then you end up with
Um.
that.
Yeah.
What do you end up with?
40.
Negative 6,
46 divided by 10.
And what do you get?
You get negative 4.6.
But here, do you do like this?
No.
So also here, that's the same thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Precious. Okay. Nick?
I just had the same question.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nick?
Teacher, good afternoon. All I wanted to do is just say the prayer, the closing prayer.
Okay, you stay on. Tekno? Okay. Alvin? Okay, I think they are not unmuting. Okay, you can pray for us, Nick.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's humble ourselves for the prayer. Lord, I thank you for this day. I thank you for everything you've provided us with. I pray that everybody has understood whatever the teacher said, and who has not understood may understand from others. In Jesus' name I prayed. Amen.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Okay.
teacher. Bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you, teacher,
Bye-bye.
for teaching us.
Bye.
Have a lovely day.
A lovely night.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. 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 Let's sing.
Thank you.
See you guys,
Thank you,
Banange.
Bye.
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 And then the whole explain to us.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
They're
God
hearing
bless
me.
you.
Bye.
Bye. God bless you. Thank you for
Amen.
Bye.
Bye.
May God bless you.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
bye. Bye. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.